and we are now waiting to just be picked up with our car. Interesting, we went to get a SIM card from the same place as our other Australian colleagues have used. And what was interesting was they were trying to tell us that there's a new law come in about a month ago, supposedly, that said that you can't exchange currency in Vietnam unless it's through a bank. It's illegal. Yeah, well, if that was the case, then I wouldn't have been able to just change $50 at that same place, which is a currency exchange place. They're not a bank. So just got to watch out for those little things. They're very nice. Yeah, good to get a SIM card from them and that, but otherwise, it's just a little bit risky, I would say. We also had some concerns with the fast track. We used the same place with the visa. Somehow our name just didn't make it on there, so don't panic if your name's not there. You can always contact the company. They sorted it out within about 5 or so minutes, and we were out of there within about 10 minutes or so. So it wasn't too bad at all. We got through pretty good. Fast track is still absolutely 100% a goer, so I would recommend anybody using fast track. Absolutely flat out. Everybody coming back from TET, so busy time. So we just come out of Novotel. Noticed straight away that it looks like a really cool restaurant we might have to go and check out on the way back to see what it's got on the menu. That's really quite convenient, yeah. At least for one meal, so. There's Shane. Oh, he hasn't got a mic because apparently it tickles him. Warning zone 173. Did we just come from there? So we're looking to go down to the markets down here. Pink Church. Haven't been down this far before, haven't been. District 3 before actually. So the hotel tells us that there is a jewellery shop and that we will get looked after in the jewellery shop. They call that the Pink Church, mate. It's got a service going on, I think. Oh, it's Sunday, of course. Oh, look. Watch your step. Morning. Day 2 in Ho Chi Minh City. Well, day 1 actually. So, crashed and burned last night, which is all expected, I guess. Here we are at about 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning local time. Out and about and just having a bit of a look and going to go find some coffee. It's Monday and it's the 23rd, the day after TET finished, and it's hustle and bustle. The city is coming alive again, and over the next week everything will just return to normal status quo. Well, this is what Book Street looks like at 7 AM in the morning. Not often you'll see the middle of Ho Chi Minh look like this, especially Book Street. I'm going to therefore make an assumption that as we turn the corner, the post office and the area around there will be fairly quiet as well. Here we go, this is for TET, all the money bags on the trees. Navi Sin, a very important word to remember if you find yourself in need of a restroom, convenience or toilet, depending on what you call it. Oh, something's going on here this morning. So the view of the Notre Dame has not altered. For anybody that's been seeing it for the last couple of years, I think it's probably going to stay that way for a few more years to come by the looks of things. So I'm going to head down this way to have a look and see if I can find some more coffee. Just having a bit of a suss out of the different types of things and where it is. So I am saying in this hour of the morning there are a lot of people having early morning breakfast, food, coffee from all of these places on the sides of the roads as usual. And the things you see in the morning, a rooster. I think I've made my way to Independence Palace. All right. So, once this thins out a little bit, okay, Independence Palace. Celebrations were held over the last few weeks. 2026, the year of course. all over now. Finished as of yesterday, the 22nd. So for those of you who are looking at maybe next year to travel to Vietnam, can assure you that coming just after TET, both from a weather perspective and from a tourist numbers perspective, now's probably a good time. I've got a big and come back to the rear of the cathedral now. So the Independence Palace up that way, and the cathedral that way. And for anybody thinking to stay at the Novotel, Saigon, it's just over in that direction, not that far away. Is it the best hotel in Ho Chi Minh? It's a typical Novotel, and if anybody's stayed at a lot of Novotels or Accor properties, they'll kind of know what I mean by that. It's good, comfortable. The price is pretty good. District 3, as it is still currently known, even though that has changed, is a really good location to be in. It's so close to the markets on one side and Pink Church, followed by other aspects on the other side. So I think from a location perspective, it's brilliant. All right. I'm really quite pleased that I've been quite successful in not being run over. Oh, if I get back in time, we'll get to see this display outside of the post office. Lots and lots still happening the day after TET on Monday the 23rd. Just got to be in the right spot at the right time, I think. I have no idea what's going on. Oh wait, that's a school over there. That would explain why that's... But this is obviously a special ceremony of some kind with some officials. Groups and groups of people. So I'm going to take a guess here. I don't think the post office is open right now. quiet time to get some video footage. All the tourists are kind of stuck outside, which as you can see, whilst this is on and the tourists don't think they can get in, it's pretty deserted. Then again, it is only 10 past 8 in the morning, so just beat all. Look at that. So me coming from Canberra, and Canberra is listed. That's extraordinary. So you can kind of see that the tourists are all waking up within the last 40 minutes. Crowds have grown substantially.
Kính thưa toàn thể quý vị, múa lân sư rồng trong ngày đầu năm là một nét đẹp văn hóa truyền thống đặc sắc của ông cha ta, và đây là nghi thức tượng trưng cho mong ước về một năm mới an khang, thịnh vượng, hạnh phúc, bình an và may mắn. Vỗ tay quý vị ơi! trao cho 5 vị đại diện ban lãnh đạo của bưu điện trung tâm Sài Gòn. Xin mời 5 chú Lân sẽ cùng quay đầu hướng ra để chúng ta sẽ cùng chụp một tấm hình chung với ban lãnh đạo luôn ạ. Xin mời 5 chú Lân quay đầu ra luôn ạ. Rồi xin mời 5 thành viên ban lãnh đạo bước vô xen kẽ giữa 5 chú Lân luôn để chúng ta có được một tấm hình trọn vẹn cho phần nghi thức lễ khai chuông. Rồi, và nâng lân lên luôn ạ.
So, what? Between 7 and 8? Nothing happening. Now it's 8:30 in the morning and everything's happening. Oh, including the dogs. But if we come round to Book Street, which I'll go through again, I think it'll be a completely different scene to when I walked through it about an hour and a half ago. And there we go. Still not a lot of people, but everything's open. All right, back out the other side, turn left and head down to the Novotel. I found a lot of the videos that I watched of people walking around in Ho Chi Minh a little confusing if I wanted to go to a certain place. So for me, it's about Novotel. For me, in this particular situation, the Novotel is literally straight down the road from Book Street, which is something that I just couldn't get any coverage on when I was looking for information on that. So if you want to come down to District 3 from District 1, then this is the way to do it. What I did notice last night on this same street, going past the Novotel and further down, takes you to the Pink Church, and across from that is some local markets. Now at those markets, there are a lot of jewellery shops going right around the corner where we exchanged some money last night. Now the hotel recommended it. If I went to TripAdvisor, they said that money exchange was better down the other way towards Book Street. However, I went down there. Exchange rate was pretty good. Like, you're talking 30,000 dong difference between what I was able to look at it online and see what the current market value was versus what they were actually giving me, which, to be honest, is neither here nor there. But there are also lots and lots of different jewellery stores. Whether they all do and quote the same exchange rates, I'm kind of guessing they probably do. Otherwise it would get a bit chaotic. Just bear in mind that if you do it through the jewellery shops, you're not going to get a receipt, so count the money carefully. I've had no problems using it, to be perfectly honest. I also found that the difference between getting some money out at the airport, which I did when we arrived last night, wasn't substantially different from getting it in the city. And normally, when you do an exchange of money in your city, the airport is probably considered to be the worst place to do it. Yeah, I didn't kind of find that in this particular case. However, if you can, I suggest that you probably do it in the city or in an area that's outside of the airport if you want the best, especially if you're going to be converting a lot of money. It's probably better off to get it at the best rate, obviously. So I can already see the Novotel sign ahead of me. I just caught a glimpse of it then. So that's how long it takes to get from the Novotel to Book Street. And then it's about the same sort of distance from there the other way to the Pink Church and to the market that I talked about. So realistically, somewhere like Novotel, very centrally located, really good so far as District 3. Right across the road from it, and I'll just do a quick show of that as we get up towards the Novotel, is a kind of a steak place, which I might go and have a quick look at this morning, see what the menu looks like. They were telling us last night at the Sky Bar on the Novotel, which I've put on the video, that was a place where a lot of young people go. Not quite sure why, but apparently that's where they go for dinner. But it is a huge complex. When you're looking down on it from the Sky Bar, as I did last night, it's quite large. All right. So Novotel is right ahead of us. Bank's close by. If you are going to hire a scooter, there's a service station, or as you Americans call them, gas stations. For those of us in other parts of the world, we refer to them as petrol stations, service stations. All right, so I'm going to cross. I might just cross here where others are crossing. Got a little bit of time, 10 seconds to get across. Ooh. Another. What's going to be like another setup on the corner here. Okay, cool. I'm going to show people something. When you're looking at the petrol or gas prices overseas, have a look at the cost here. It's really, really cheap. So what's that sign say? E10, 18,940 dong per litre. 95 is 19,950. That's so cheap. Just to give you an idea for an Australian perspective, $1 Australian dollar is currently, as we stand on the 23rd of February 2026, it's currently $1 Australian dollar equals about 18,100 dong. So what that equates to, which you just saw then in terms of fuel costs, is essentially $1 a litre. Now in Australia, For a litre of fuel, it's close to $2, probably $1.88, $1.90, depending on where you are. That's a huge difference. I know you don't work on litres in America, but certainly that's what we do. All right. Well, there you go, that's closed. So that was out last night, so I might have to come over tonight and have a bit of a look and see what it is. Looks like a bit of a party location. Back across the road to the Novotel. Not enough time to get across now.